Okay, okay. I think this is, let me just put the finishing touches on this so I can get this all out here. Boop. Show more. Okay, what am I doing? Legends of... Nope, that's League of Legends. I'd probably get more views if I made it League of Legends, but that would feel dishonest. Legends of Runeterra. Okay. I feel like I paused you already. Okay, chat overlay. Launch. Okay. Well, I would say that this is... Okay, why is this... Whatever, I actually don't care. At this point, I don't care. It's good enough. Alright. Well, actually, this is like a fun day because I feel like I can actually just go right into games as opposed to spending some time at the beginning of stream going over the deck building. Which is very good for those of you who are on the YouTube archive video. This is a secret message for y'all because I don't think the people in the live stream have come yet. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video if you are enjoying these videos. I feel like Neela TF is not great for us, regardless of which variant of Neeko we're playing. I think because we're attacking on evens, we should probably keep the 2-drop. Not great to not find a 1-drop, but just having something we can put on board is better than nothing. I mean, the scariest thing they can do is develop Neela. Yeah, exactly that, actually. Should I put this on him? Might as well, right? I don't need to attack in with him, but just, like, in the event that they do put resources into killing this, at least we get a unit back for it. I hate all of these.
Jana, I answer.
Alright, I'm thinking about just developing Azir and attacking in. I don't think they can punish it too hard, but maybe just to be safe, we just develop this thing first and see what they do. See how they develop their mana. Choosing to do this upstream now. She needs, what, 16 cards? Yeah. Is there a punish in those regions for Azir at 5 mana? I mean, I don't think playing Azir is that good, but also, like, it brings me really close on Neeko.
Shurima, your emperor has returned.
And we do have a second one in hand. I actually don't want to attack in with you. Actually, you know what? I do want to attack in with you.
Arise.
I think we just want to put in as much damage as possible. Suit up. Okay, so we're going to block the Azir. Did we have a make it rain then? No, we do not. So is this 1 damage just to make sure that he's not a brash blocker then?
Glorious sacrifice.
Right, so Neeko should be at 4 now. Yeah, okay. And we have a cat. And Reptile.
Raisin and water.
I wonder if I should just trade in this Azir. I really don't want to take this 4 damage. Numbers, hi. I was waiting for you. Slayer, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome. How are you today? You were waiting for me. How were you waiting for me? Let's play. I think this dies if I play it. I'm okay. How about you? I'm doing all right. We are doing the final touches on our Neeko in every region matchup here. So we have Shurima, and then we have Targon, and then we have Freljord. And that's where we're at with I'm pretty sure this is dead, but let's do this. Maybe we draw Neeko. I don't think that's limited to followers, right? It's just units. Yeah, just units. Okay.
An exuberant flow.
Okay, not awesome. Wait, hang on. Wait, he's leveled.
Men die, but Shurima lives forever.
He only gets 1 discount, though. He doesn't get 2. I don't know about the slips. I guess you get a leveled
What
per.
terrorizes you? Take me to them.
Okay. Like I do want Neeko. I think we do need Neeko. Problem is that it's a little slow now, and we don't have access to rally. I mean, I will say that this level up animation with the skin makes this whole thing worth it. Also, she's reduced cost, isn't she? Are we better off just attacking him with everything? 'Cause I'm pretty sure they're gonna... I think we just represent lethal here. Slipstream with Temple is always good since Fleeting doesn't discard. That's true. Dur, how you doing today? Look at Discord and Runeterra section. Okay. I'm breaking this game. Oh my god. Oh my god, hold up. I need to put that up on screen. Hold up, hold up, hold up. The biggest problem this deck has is no reach. But that is kind of an issue that all of these decks have. All these Neeko decks just don't have any access to reach. Hold on, hold on.
I guess you can win them all.
This is what we're looking at, chat.
A new species.
It's so big. What the hell? I have something that can block something. I mean, I guess I do this. I'm still ill, but nothing too terrible. Well, I'm glad to hear that it's nothing too terrible.
I'm here in Janna's name.
Eyes open.
I wonder if I should just put this on something just so I still have a unit for when they inevitably red card here. Like, let's just put it on the Anara. I mean, I think red card's coming down this turn. Oh, I don't even have... Oh, that was stupid. I shouldn't have tapped below this. I did. That was totally just me not thinking. I should have just not tapped below it. Totally didn't even think about that. I mean, they never have another Mystic, right? Like, I don't know why you would hesitate here if you had it. I don't know why you just wouldn't develop at all. I have 3 mana. I think that was definitely... winnable if I just didn't do that, because I think I could deny there. The problem is that, like, then they still could, like, gold card us. But yeah, definitely was just a disastrous misplay for us. We'll do another one. I'll have to say, overall, my favorite thing about the Shurima version of this deck is that, like, it's really easy to actually level up Neeko. The problem is that, like, you can't do anything that makes Neeko good with this. You know what I mean? That was a meme. It was only, like, 40% win rate. It's just fun when you can get, like, 5 of those up. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Shut up. I think this thing's better. Yeah, no, I mean, like, any deck that's like that is pretty fun. Where you can just, like, get some meme to actually pop off. Especially when it ends, the meme ends with an 8,000 power and 8,000 attack unit, or health. I want you to try a deck, but I didn't want to redeem while you were doing the Neeko thing. Yeah, so I think today will be the last thing of Neeko, so long as, like, building a Targon deck doesn't take 8 years, because the Freljord one, the Freljord deck is built, all right? Like, I have the Freljord deck built. We actually built it on stream a few days ago. So it's, like, not really a problem. I am worried about the Targon one. I'm sorry, like, I, like, turned my head, because it sounds like someone's, like, dragging something across my, my door.
What would you wish to learn?
The 8k units are fun until you get, smorked by the 1 health elusive. It can't block. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, you're right.
I will teach you.
Go ahead, block this one. And I'll say that this, like, if Shurima just had a card that, like, buffed your board by a certain amount, they do kind of have that, but they're all, like, units. They're not spells that you can do, like, at a convenient time. I wonder if I should just develop, like... No, I think going this into this is better in this matchup.
Proud and loud.
I mean, I can honestly just go with this. Like, Shurima's probably the best version, the best region outside of, like, maybe Freljord for Neeko. At least in terms of tribes, especially when you have other champs that literally have 2 different ones. Because, like, Mecha Yordle's just too hard to accomplish anything with. I think going wide is better since Yuumi can't block many units. It is better. It's just, I want units that are, like, tall. You know what I mean? She came out with Nidalee, so it would make sense. But the problem is that, like, Nidalee's not even good in this. Like, Nidalee's literally not even good. Alright, so I mean, Bird Ascended will do it, so I literally just need to... Okay, you know, I can also get Darken if I really want. They have infinite lifesteal. Seemingly infinite lifesteal, right? This would be a really good time for Inara and Fruit. Alright, let's just get a bunch of Overwhelm units.
And now peace is just moments away.
I mean, we have Darken, we'll have Bird and Ascended and Cultist, so I'm not really worried about leveling her. They could have, like, a recall or something, but...
You best believe I don't.
I mean, the other problem is that Neeko is gonna die in this trade to this Yumi Vandal Commando. I kind of think I actually want to do this first, just to see what happened. Okay, well, I mean, that's kind of good. So now I'm thinking I do just drop a Zir.
Shurima, your emperor has returned.
I am ascended.
The order is given.
Neeko was Neeko the whole time. You messed with the wrong Neeko.
I kind of wish, like, this was an and attack, so that, like, Neeko level up gives +2/+2 on the first attack instance, but maybe that's too broken. I don't actually know.
You're strange.
I actually don't know in which instance is better.
Cooking with lead.
Who are you?
This is Mama's house.
Okay, so if I deal an extra 2 to this thing, right? I mean, that looks like a better block to me. I don't know about you, but that looks better to me.
This is Mama's house.
Maybe I need to put in, like, Quicksand in this deck. Wait, why would you... Do they... Like, they know I have this, right? Wait, they know I have this, right? Okay, I was gonna say, like, you don't do this if you... Unless you... like... Like, I mean, I still have to do that play. Like, I can't not make that play. It's visible. I mean, well, that's what I'm saying, right? It's like... Oh, wait, she levels up and gives, like, +2, right? So this thing's already at 8 on its own. Yeah, this thing already kills me. Whatever. Despite losing the very first 2 games directly in a row, I still like the Shurima version. It's definitely miles better than the SI version. Why doesn't it mark blood letters as visible, though? I think it did, but I wasn't really paying attention. So, like, the big problem we run into with Shurima is, I think, honestly, just a matter of too many good options for Neeko, where, like, we could probably cut some of this stuff and then run some protection cards. I was trying to figure out how consistent our level up was if we actually wanted to be on Absolver. I think Absolver is actually probably just a broken enough card that so long as your champs actually do at some point level, it does just close out the game. There's other things we could be on, right? Like, we could be on Quicksand, we could be on Absolver. I don't really know how you fit it, because you need enough units to go wide, and you need something like Voice of the Risen to actually give your board some, like, threat level. Domination's interesting. I don't know if we have enough one-drops, though, to make it good. I mean, I guess we do have a good amount. Maybe Domination doesn't have a subtype, though, nor do the Husks. So, I just want to take a quick look and just see, because the only other option besides Voice of the Risen is Inspiring Marshal. Problem with Inspiring Marshal is that it's only when the unit is summoned, which is, like, kind of okay, kind of not. Kind of okay in the sense that we have a lot of cards that help us go wide, right? Like, we got Grandfather Fae, we got House Spider. Neeko can technically become something else. We could have put in, instead of, like, Fallen Feline, we could have put in Deck Hunter. I wanted to try the Fallen Feline because we are running, like, a decent amount of Predict in this deck. And, like, I honestly think, like, Fallen Feline and Defenders of the Sun Disk didn't feel that bad. Zolani even felt fine. Just the biggest problem is that I think we're running too many units. But it feels really bad to cut any of these units. Like, maybe the Xersai Collar you could remove. Maybe you could remove Zolani and then put in some spells that we were talking about. Like, you could put in Quicksand. You could put in... no, Unleashed Energy isn't good. Absolver, Quicksand. I think Absolver and Quicksand are probably the only two cards we're actually looking for. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, the Neeko games on Shurima felt fine. I didn't feel like it was unwinnable. Like, that last game definitely felt fine. It's just, maybe what we needed to do was just straight up not attack in with Neeko. I think if we just didn't attack with Neeko and kept the elusive blocker, we actually had a chance to win there. It means that they do their play differently, and then we're not threatening lethal on that previous turn, which is kind of awkward. But I don't know if we really had a choice. Now, the big question becomes how on earth, if the other regions have been kind of less than ideal, how on earth are we going to make Neeko work? I'd say cut one Voice, Zolani, one Sarin, and Cat for some spells. The main issue with like, reducing the amount of those cards in your deck, like, you just got to think about the statistics of that, right? If you go down from having 3 Saurian in your deck to 2 Saurian, Saurian's like the big top end that's making the payoff worth it. So if you don't, then I feel like your odds of actually drawing into something that is a threat. I mean, I guess Absolver can make most units a threat, but why are you doing this anyway? Just cause. I don't know. Neeko just seems like one of the few champs in the game that's actually, like, interesting enough to me to do this with. And also, like, it's slightly more interesting than just jamming games on ladder every single day for 3 years in a row. You know what I mean? Like it's just a little bit more interesting both for you guys as the viewers and me as the player to like pick a champ and just be like, I want to learn how to do the ins and outs of this champ. Not in a weird way, strictly card game, related. So Yumi is a Fae and a cat. I said them both. Why does Numbers have a fixation on Neeko? No. That line is exclusively for Ari. How you doing today, Sleeper? But spells increase your overall trade ability, routing, and more pressure early and getting out more tempo. I disagree on the spells helping you with tempo, because by definition, most spells are pretty tempo negative. Unless they're like actually winning you the game. They can help with trades. The problem is that then if you have this balance, right? Where right now we have like not enough spells and too many units. You do want to get them closer, but I think like the top end that you're talking about getting rid of balances out in a bad way, right? So like now we have too many spells and not enough actual threats that those spells can be helpful with. Because like early game wise, Neeko and Azir are both pretty terrible. Like they're not good until like mid game. And they get better when specifically Neeko gets better when you have those like big threats that she's buffing up, right? When you have like a +3/+3 Saurian or something. So if you intentionally reduce your odds of drawing your cards that are making your payoff worth it, that's what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you can feel free to run the decks how you want, right? But that's just like the reason why I wouldn't try that. What does Neeko even do? I haven't not played her once. You know, I feel like almost all of these streams I've been explaining this, right? Which is fine because it makes for a good way to introduce the topic. So Neeko has this origin where she's a Runeterra champ, and her origin is that you can put any bird, cat, dog, Elnuck, Fae, reptile, and spider follower into your deck. She can disguise herself when you play her as any one of 3 different 2-cost followers that are within this origin. So okay, you know what, we can actually show, like, if we go to 2-cost and we just go to Neeko, she can transform into any of these units. She can become any of these. With her play effect. And then the way it works is like, if you choose Deck Hunter, you get this play effect. Or if you choose House Spider, you get this summon effect, right? So you get all of these if you choose these cards. Which is like not the thing that makes Neeko the coolest, but it is a nice touch. And then her level up effect is she becomes elusive. She removes her disguise so that she is this card again. And then everything that has a subtype, she gets +1/+1 to. And just because I don't think I mentioned it, in order to level her up, 6 different subtypes need to have attacked. So you need to so if you have bird, cat, dog, Elnuck, Fae, reptile, you need one of each of those to attack in order to level up Neeko. She has 2 mana, lose the game, level up effect, make your deck worse. No. The level up effect isn't the make your deck worse. The origin effect is the make your deck worse. Get it right. Now, here's the thing, is that Yumi is kind of good for the same reason that Azir is, in the sense that she has 2 tribes, so this counts for 2 different procs of Neeko. The problem is that these are, like, the 2 that we have the easiest time getting by other cards. And also, you just never really want to play Yumi as a unit, because her being an attached unit, or like Darkins being equipment, don't count towards Neeko's level up until they are like a unit. When they are anything but a unit, when they're like an equipment, That's a no-go. I'll tribe you right now. Jeez. How you doing today, Sino? So, like, the only cool thing that you can do with Targon, right, is Winding Light. Winding Light or Zolani. Could you really make Neeko Zolani work? The problem is that, like, you would need to level up Neeko super quickly for then Zolani to do anything. And I don't think it's as consistent as something like Siren Song or Poros were, you know? Like, those decks have a really easy time getting, let's see, so you need 8 units with increased power. No, you need 7 units with increased power to get her to that. In a weird mood, want to see some high-octane Neeko plays? Well, I don't know about high-octane, but you'll definitely see Neeko being played. Or you play the Kale buff package. Neeko Kale? What are, like, the Kale, buff package stuff? I think, like, if we are... Okay. If we are going to try Neeko's Kale Zolani, right? Let's just, like, give this a try. Let's see what happens. So, Kale gives everything +1/+1, right? Purifying Flame. I think we do want this because it does buff itself. Maybe we actually even want this cat. Just because it does also give itself a buff. I'm just thinking in terms of, like, things that provide themselves buffs. Ovenhawk gives buffs to things. I know you said Purifying Light. I'm just looking to see, like, grant an ally in play and 1 in hand +1/+1. Is that good enough? Also, why can't we have, like, Corn as a tribe? Just Corn. This looks like a nightmare. Well, I mean, she kind of is a living nightmare when you think about it. So... I'm not saying that I think that this will be very good. This is just, like, why we're, like, experimenting here, right? I was trying to figure out what it was that they changed about this card. Because I saw that they changed something in the patch notes. But, like, every time I went to look at the patch notes, they didn't, like, include a picture that really shows what's different about it. I think the cost of both of them is cheaper now. Not that Tribe Deck was just a bad idea for a unit. No, I don't think it's bad. I don't think having, like, something that's all about tribals is necessarily a bad thing. Especially because, like, most other card games have something that's, like, the like, zoo type deck. And, like, Neeko does work really well in certain regions. I just want to see, like, what other regions she could work with, you know? That's all I'm looking at. The weapon is 1 cheaper. I think the spell is the same. Which one are you what card are we talking about? Also, how you doing today, Belladonna? I mean, she's powerful enough to enslave Darkin and kill aspects. Zolani is a totally normal girl. Oh, yeah, of course. Seal and seal. The weapon is 1 cheaper. I think the spell is the same. Okay. Is that what happened? I still don't think it's very good. I do, like, there was a point in time when I thought this card, like, on release was actually going to be, like, sleeper broken. And then, like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone use it once. Only reason that I say that I thought it was going to be broken is because, like, if you're playing an Overwhelm deck and someone goes to kill your thing, you just encapsulate its stats into a weapon. The problem is that, like, you need to be on a lot of Overwhelm stuff. And then, like, hope that your stuff gets killed to make this worth it, you know? Like, just the active act of killing your own stuff proactively is not very good. So this is like a dead card most of the time. We probably do want this, right? It's an expensive Darken, but it's like, well, you know what? This is also a Darken. I was thinking about this, but I don't think it's very good. I've only seen it used in a meme 8-mana Ornn follower deck. I mean, that's kind of funny, though. I could see it working in like a Kindred or Callista deck. Well, the problem is that it doesn't say kill, it's obliterate. It's obliterate an ally and create a corrupted form with its stats. I think if this was kill a unit, I think you're right. But with it being obliterate, like, it doesn't even work with Kindred or Callista. I forgot his name, though. I play him in a bunch of decks. You're talking about the 8-mana Colossus, right? Colossus something or another. Does Obliterate not count? Correct. For Kindred and Callista's effect, Obliterate does not count. This thing's a Yordle. Like, this thing is a Yordle. So, like, there is that. Obliterate is not death. How you doing today, Intrepid Nines? I feel like I haven't seen you in a hot minute, so I hope everything's well. Doesn't trigger Last Breath, doesn't count as a Slay. I wonder if Wounded White Flame is, like... I mean, like, here's the problem, is that, like, we got to this point, and, like... I mean, I guess we actually do just actually want that. And Saurian is actually pretty decent in this for the same reason that everything else is. I actually don't think that this is very good, because it doesn't last very long. I'm pretty good. Nice, I'm glad to hear it. I feel like this isn't going to work the way that I want it to. I mean, I do have access to this because we do have equipment, and we do actually have good weapon masters in this region. I mean, these are both birds, though, is the problem that I'm seeing with the one-drops that we have. That's the biggest issue I'm seeing with our one-drops, is... Maybe I actually just play this cat instead of this bird, and then keep Omenhawk. I wouldn't mind obliterating an 8k and making it an equipment. I mean, look, like, if you can fit that deck that you're talking about into Targon, then yeah, by all means, go for it. I didn't actually catch in your thumbnail, or in your picture, what region. Oh, you were P and Z. Shadow Isles. I don't know how you would make printer stuff work in Shadow Isles and Targon, outside of, like, Fading Memories stuff. So, bird, Fae, whatever Neeko becomes, Weapon Master, Cat, Reptile, Darken. We do have exactly enough. But yeah, I had a dream for Corrupted Forum with Ledros. Not that it'd be good, but it'd be fun. Then I saw it's obliterated. Yeah. I could sell a Rain Cloud. Got a fish oil salesman in here, huh? I wonder if we want this cultist. I mean, I think we definitely need House Spider, though. Should I just, like, play one game of this and see what happens? Like, I'm not sure I'm super happy with all the cards that we got in here. I feel like there's maybe better spell stuff. Like, part of me really thinks that we need to be on the Tellstone. Maybe the Tellstone is better than Celestial Blessing. Maybe we put in, like, 2 of this. I remember a dumb meme to They Who Endure deck with only 1 or less attack units. So Callista always revives the... Wait, so they always revive the They Who Endure? That's actually kind of brilliant. If... I guess it depends. Is They Who Endures effect play or summon? Because I thought it was play. I mean, if it's summon, then that's really funny. If it's play, then that's... It actually just does nothing. It's summon? Okay. Then that makes that pretty good. I could see that. I just feel like this is a deck where, like... Or this is something where, like, I don't need a Nara and Froop. I mean, like, all of these are really expensive. But I don't think I have room to play her, and, like, our units aren't that cost inefficient. I don't really like having the 2 birds as my 1-drops, though. I honestly feel like that's just, like... kind of intentionally trolling. Though I don't have a whole lot of units that are too in love with the idea of this thing. And I don't think I have... Like, the only other... You see, like, the only other one that does anything is Bird, because I don't have elites. Reptile's not even that much better. So yeah, it's either, like, I just pick something that's not a, that's not that at all. Doesn't have any tribe. Or I pick this cat just to, like, spread it out a little bit more. But I guess having 2 different sets of birds, it's not terrible. Maybe I do want Deck Hunter in this deck, though. Maybe Deck Hunter is better than Fae. Because that leaves me Bird, Cat, Spider, Neeko, Weapon Master, Reptile, Darken. That gives me 7. The only reason I liked having Grandfather Fae is because he can give the thingies +1/+1, but... Or +1/+0, but... I think just having units is probably better. The nice thing is that, like, basically all of our top end has ways to buff themselves. Oh, hold up. This needs to get fixed. This is actually good because I think the last time that I did this, the last time I did this Neeko in every region thing, I'm pretty sure I did Neeko with, what's it called? The Nightfall card. The Nightfall +2/+1 Overwhelm. I can't think of the name of it, but someone will correct me in the chat. Diana, that's not... No, that's not... It's not the one I was thinking of. The thing that gives +2/+1 Overwhelm to everything on Nightfall. I can't think of the name of it. You mean the 6 mana? Is it 6? I thought it was 7. Winding Light? Yes, Winding Light. I'm pretty sure I tank. Actually, they're on Sejuina. Am I tanking this? Yeah, I guess we are. Not. I guess we are not. I never played it. I thought 6. I was pretty sure it was 7. I don't even think I have any Yordles, actually. I mean, I also definitely don't have elites. Alright, we'll play this thing. It's 7? Okay. That's what I thought. But I can't be too sure with myself sometimes. Okay, I'll play it second deck hunter. You also don't have sea monster or dragons. But it's only like from ones you don't have in play. It's not ones that you don't have in the deck. You know what I mean? Anara and Fruip, actually, yes. We definitely take that. Just wait for turn 8. Ah, yes, yes, of course. I mean, keeping this Sejuani at such a low amount, probably pretty decent for us. I can do this and play Spooters, or we could do this. I think we do this next turn, because doing this next turn lets me play a bunch of stuff. As to where, like, right now I'm just trying to hit big. I know we've already seen Cat, but Cat's kind of the...
The party never ends, nor its hostilities.
I was going to say, how did Neeko level up? But that's right, Elite. I forgot about the Cythria. Okay, so we're flash freezing.
Refreshment.
Well, that's not great. I feel like what I'm supposed to do is, give this lodestone to the Tri-Tail so that when they attack in, we'll take damage, but this will trade with it, so I have, like, an open attack next turn. Because 1 mana, they can't flash freeze. They'll deal 4 damage. And even if they do have a way to, like, keep that thing alive, I think this is still good for us.
Croakers and crawlers, I study them all, nurse. Are you a weird one? A new species!
I'm pretty sure Zolani's only, like, at 2 right now. Which means that this is not going super well for us.
When my song ends,
Men die. Alright, I just want a board full of things that are buffed power. I mean, having the scout weapon in this is actually pretty good.
Around here, I lost mine.
Okay, how do I want to do this? I guess I attack him with this. Make them trade. And then we, play House Spider, and then we go for a really wide open attack.
Where's my net?
And Neeko does level.
Are you a weird one?
If your Zolani is small, it just means your buff board is still wide. Seems like a fine trade-off.
Crawlers come down!
Yeah, that's fair too. It's like wide enough that if we did draw Kale, we'd be in the clear. So they can stop 8 damage, which I think is enough to not be lethal. But they didn't even want to attempt it. Alright, I mean, I'm cool with that. Hey, look, I am always happy to win a game. Especially after yesterday, where we played even more games than normal of the Shadow Isle one, and still... You know what? Actually, hang on, I don't think I showed you guys this. I don't think I showed you guys this yet, but funny development from yesterday. Those of you who know the content creator Jay Sensational actually gave me a raid on one of these streams before, and had mentioned that he was playing Shadow Isles Neeko, albeit a much different build than we were on. He made this made a tweet, all right? Made this tweet about how he had this great win rate with Neeko, right? 14 wins, 71% win rate. Then we scroll down to mine, to which I say I did not have the same level of success. Oh, man. I don't have any of these. I think Doggo's probably good, though. So, you know. Not quite the same thing. Okay. Let's go House Booter. I bet he was the only one Neeko and 3 Precious Pet from her. Yeah, no, that's exactly the build he's on. That is almost exactly the build he's on. This attack feels really bad. I'm not gonna lie. It just feels really bad. Like, it gives me progress on Zolani, but then, like, I think we just save the board. Wait, I definitely played against Delete Shellfolk, like, not that long ago. Definitely not our first rodeo here. You know what? We're about to have a Kale next turn, so let's just go for more units. SI Doggo can be huge, though. Yeah, I think we do have to play it. I don't know if I'm able to play it next turn, though. I think what I can do... They're at 5 mana. I could probably get away with playing this cat, though. And then just bank mana for the spell shield. It goes up to a 6/5. But Kale is also... I wish I knew what her... I'm very sure it's actually 0, though. The problem with Kale... I guess they don't have a way... Well, you know what? Actually... Yeah, she's a 1/5. So if they have Soul Cleave, this is actually just a trolling play. If they have Soul Cleave, this is just trolling. Okay. I mean, I guess they didn't have Soul Cleave, but... I'm just trying to think. We only get out-traded once here. I mean, this one can go into one of these. Like, so they can trade here. They trade here. They maybe trade here. And then I'm taking this much damage next turn. But if I don't do at least this, then Kale doesn't get 6 power, which means she doesn't get quick attack. Soul Harvest? Isn't that what I said? I meant the thing that's like... I meant the thing that's like the 2 mana kill something that has 3 or less power. Or 3 mana to kill a follower. That has that, right? Soul Cleave. Well, I mean, yeah, what's the difference? Is Soul Cleave even a card? It is? Wait, which one's Soul Cleave then? Killing allies, summon 2 ephemerals. Oh, okay, okay. I see how I'm mixing them up now. I mean, this is literally just a 3-2. So that's actually not that good. So maybe it's Neeko. What do you give me? So that's 5 mana that I need to spend. You know, I kind of like doing the Sunhawk. It gets things off the board. Or, I mean, it keeps us from taking this 6. I could have taken... Oh, this is going to be really funny, though. Okay, I just want to make sure... So, Thresh doesn't actually die from this, but Neeko definitely doesn't die. She might get Vile Feasted, but I can't really play around that and still live. Man, all my units are not, like, super great right now. I want to be able to Pal Cascade and use this, but I don't think that's going to be an option for me. Okay, I mean, a Kale that has... Well, I mean, that's not going to really work out for me. I think we're just lose. Yeah, because, like, this is the thing, is that, like... Because I had to use my, my thing to keep the Neeko alive, I don't have a way to deal with Nasus. And, like, literally they need to kill one thing, and then they can just... And then we just lose to, Damn it. I can maybe find a way to make this Pal Cascade. Zolani will save us. We needed our stuff to die for Zolani to save us. Pray they never have Vengeance. I'm not too worried about Vengeance. Because, like, I can always save this for Zolani.
This too shall end.
That is not the correct way to do this attack, friend. Nasus would probably be at the end. If for no other reason than, like, what if I do have a way to not be dead here? Okay, here's the problem I'm facing, right? I need to... I think they, like... We lose to Atro, or we lose to just, like, doing nothing here, right? So, like, if I do this... No, I mean, I have to trade here, right? And we do this Divine Judgment. Just to keep her alive. Stop shooting the poor tank. It's just trying to live its tanky life. No. As soon as this thing comes into existence, it must die. It's like a Mr. Meeseeks. How you doing today, Fruit? Or Floop? You know what? Actually, I think what I want to do is I actually think... No, we put it on her. Wow, he doesn't actually get level? Wait, really? He doesn't level off of this? I'm doing alright, still on the COD grind. Nice. Huh, that's news to me. I didn't know that worked that way. Apparently because he dealt 0 damage because she can't take damage, it doesn't count as a strike. I'm sure opponents just sitting there like, why didn't that work? Oh well, I guess I'll just use Atro. Alright, we need them to never have Atro. And we need to, okay. I don't care if you level up Thresh now. I just need to draw my Zolani and pray that I somehow leveled her, which I don't think I did. I'm like 90% confident I didn't. Also, they can't even use Atro anymore. They literally don't have Atro mana because that's a 7 mana card. They're drawing for it, though. Bonk? I thought Bonk too, but then they didn't do that either. Well, we didn't get Zolani. Zolani costs 7, I'm pretty sure. But I'm also, like, pretty confident that we didn't level her yet, so... I mean, I guess I could just drop both of these and just have, like, a really big board. There's the bonk. I mean, if only I had the Tellstone, right?
Through death, we grow in power.
Now the problem is that, like, even if I do this whole big attack shenanigans, like... I mean, like, the only thing I can really do is this, right? We can do this. The problem becomes this Nasus, still. This Nasus is still the main problem. So I'd have to, like, Pal Cascade into Pal Cascade.
Destined to die.
Come on, block here with the Nasus. I think I just need to try to draw into, my other Tailstone. Not Lodestone, Tailstone. I'm pretty sure we're just dead, though, because they grab with the Thresh on one thing. Yeah, like, these Nasus games just never go well for Neeko. I don't even think in the Freljord version might have answers. But only, like, very small ones. I actually, like, they grab, they draw another Nasus. I block one Nasus, and I still have to deal with 18 damage. Yeah, I can't win from here. It's always Nasus. Like, most of these regions that have, like, a significant flaw, it's playing against, Nasus. Hey, Mike Tech, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome. A long time no see. How have you been? I do remember you from my, my Twitch streams, so I didn't abandon Twitch. We're just on both now. Because it has to do with this year's Halloween event, which went on at the end of the life cycle of the last game. Nobody liked last game, so nobody got it. I have a gun camo in COD that apparently is really rare. Oh, okay. I was like, where'd that first message come from? But yeah, no, that's great. That's always super fun to have those, like, just randomly rare, those randomly rare, oh, what am I trying to say? Like, skins and stuff. Like, I remember, I can't believe you remember me. I abandoned Twitch. Eh, no problem. I do remember you. The main reason I remember is because I remember you were talking about your, how you had your own, YouTube channel of, like, doing, like, tech repair stuff. And I just, like, there are some things I just have, like, an amazing memory on, and other things, like, I can't remember to save my life. It's almost concerning. But yeah, I remember I played Heroes of the Storm a lot. I mean, if this one doesn't even have Challenger yet, I think we just kill this one, right? And tech repair channels are a 100% recall. Oh, for, like, my memory? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know why, like, my memory works the way it does sometimes. I guess I want the librarian. I still play LOR sometimes. I also have a good memory. I guess that's normal. I know that this thing still dies. But I think I need this dead, and I also need to progress Zolani. I need to make sure that when Zolani does get drawn, it is killing things. Or it is winning us the game. Because, like, right now, 2 damage is not a threat to us. Like, 2 damage is fine. I can deal with this formidable board. Okay, there we go. So we've got a ways to go. I need another 5 units to die. Sorry, did they just, like, proactively use that? Wild. About how I have been, it's crazy. I've been traveling a lot for work. You and me both. I've been traveling a lot. And I might be traveling again sometime soon. I've been making a few work trips. Next year is going to be crazy with work trips. Like, I'm going to so many places. Why are you doing this? Homie, these are give buffs. It goes back to 3. What happened? What is this? Your hand was amazing. Why did you do that? Did they, like, just realize that those were all grants and not... Or those were all gives and not grants? What happened? What? Are you leaving us again, numbers? So here's how life's gonna be going for me, all right? Next weekend, I won't be streaming Saturday or Sunday because I'll be back in my hometown for Thanksgiving for the holidays. So you guys can't get mad at me for that one because like it's we're gonna ignore that for a second. We're gonna thankfully my maybe I should increase the opacity on this backdrop for a little bit. Maybe we should increase it for a little bit. And then my job might be sending me out, to do a thingy, they might be sending me out, like in another week or two to do some testing for something. It's like a lot I can't really get into at the moment, but yeah. This year I went to a project in Vietnam 3 times. Oh, big oof. I don't think you traveled more than me. Oh, I'm sure I didn't travel more than you. It's just like I traveled more than I've had to for any other job I've worked. Let me put it that way. I mean, I don't have access to any lurkers, but I think the attack buffing thing is probably good. Jobs are life. Life comes first, so you do you. Number side an NDA. I don't think I signed an NDA with my company. I just don't think it's anyone in chat's business what I do for a living. I think that's the real meat and potatoes of it. But yeah, so I next year will be traveling to Germany. So again, this is just another shout out to people who are watching who happen to be in Germany. I would like to do a like LOR meetup. Not so much that I know anyone in Germany, but just that like the community can get together. Because I've learned just from doing these streams that people love getting together to watch content together and stuff. So I think it'd be really cool if we could set that up. I will set that up. I just, need to get a good amount of people together to want to do it. Maybe I'll do a project in the US next year. Nice. I mean, if you do and you end up doing a project near New York City, we can try to do a meetup around here. Time to move to Bartworstville to meet numbers. Yes, that sounds right. Alright, this is gonna look really stupid, but we're gonna actually kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. I mean, technically, yeah. I mean, I guess that is 1 stone. Wait, that was actually a great pun. It was actually such a great pun. You live in New York? Yeah, New York City, BB. And we actually, this is another great time to shout out another in-person live event that we'll be doing for Worlds this year. December 16th, I think it is. That's a Saturday, right? That's when Worlds Finals will be. New York City team is actually going to be hosting an in-person live watch party. So there'll be more details about that soon, but just, keep your eyes out, y'all. Worlds Finals was yesterday, silly. That's not... Nope, that's League of Legends. You're thinking of the wrong game. My project is in New Jersey. If I go, I will definitely pass by New York. Nice. I mean, that works for me. Oh, yes, it should also be known. I know basically no German. I know... I think Guten Tag is a German phrase, but I don't actually know what it means. I think it's hello, but I could be wrong because I am pretty dumb. I would not be surprised if it actually doesn't mean that, and it also is not German. When you're heading to Toronto for Weiss locals, I didn't go to Toronto for Weiss. My friend went and didn't invite me to go with them. That was what we were talking about. If you're talking about that stream a few seemingly millennia ago. I believe it means good day, though I don't speak German either. It was a dumb joke on Villa not being an ending of towns. Ah. It doesn't even get her leveled. Man, Zolani's actually, like, really hard to level up. Is the thing that I'm learning. Guten Tag is literally good day. Okay, you see, I was right. I got something right. Your boy's not a total idiot, okay? Alright, if they go to kill, this, we're gonna use Neeko's shapeshift. Does Neeko even level up? She needs to see bird, and no, there's 2 birds. This just in, Numbers got 1 thing right. Hey, I mean, I'll take 1 every handful. I'll take a one-time once every so often. The thing I don't like about this is we know they run Scorched Earth. And I don't know if I really want my Kale being killable by Scorched Earth, so I think I actually do this. I think this is technically better. Because at least then I still have a Kale by the end of this. Also, I will literally be in Toronto at the beginning of 2025 for another work thing. But that's, like, quite a ways away.
By my hand will Noxus rise.
By my head will Noxus rise.
Artillery barrage! Victory awaits!
Boom!
Dog in the sky!
I learned that in class.
Oh, what the hell?
Destination in sight! Bring these lands to their knees.
Okay. I guess I deck hunter. I mean, scholarly climber is probably pretty decent.
Home is just around the portal.
Okay. No shot they can kill Zolani on 3 mana, right? Although the problem that I'm having, if I play Zolani, they just don't attack, and then next round start, 4 things get... 4 things get stunned. So it's actually better to play Zolani at the beginning of next turn. And just, like,
Wisdom lies that way.
let some of this through.
Off we go.
Would you like a little fun fact about my country of origin? Sure. You probably need to open push yeah, the thing is that like this hush is only like for this round, and he's gonna stun 4 things on board. So I need to totally fine. Gives me the stone back. I hope you have a nice travel to Germany and take care of yourself. Traveling for work can be super exhausting. Yes. No, I have definitely been doing this for a decent amount of time. Alright, so right now it's just a cat, right? So I think what I actually do is I slap the lodestone onto the cat, see if they go to kill anything else, so then at least that way Zolani is leveled. The problem is that if they have Scorched Earth, like a second one, I mean, I guess they can also just do this on my face, and then Zolani is still... I guess I would have to silence Swain first with a lodestone, which I have enough mana to do all of this. Like, I do this onto the cat. Like, I either need them to use this... Okay. I need to hush Swain so I can develop this. Because I need this to not get stunned by them just hitting me face with this thing. Because if they had a way to kill the Zolani, I can't win this game anyway. Okay, sweet. I mean, like, I think that this Targon one's not that bad. It's definitely not consistent, but it's definitely not the most consistent deck. But I think, like, we actually had good access to, like, protection and, like, disruption. That this is, like, the closest that I've felt to the Freljord version that I really like. Of course, the big problem being that, like, we still just don't have a great closer because Zolani is still really hard to level up in certain matchups. And then she's also just really susceptible to dying, which is what the Expanse's protection is for. Because, like, we have, like, 6 weapons is actually more than enough to get this procced by the time you need it. Unless you need it turn 3. My native country from Argentina, I live in the US nowadays, but my family's entirely Argentinian, has a natural food of asado, which basically just equates to glorified grilled meats. This is because Argentina is one of the few countries where the population of people is outweighed by the population of cattle. Interesting. That's a really interesting, a really interesting fact. Because I've always wondered when, like, something says, like, asado, asada, like, I feel like there's so many things that say that, but now that I know that it's just, like, grilled meat, that makes way more sense. Even if Zolani doesn't level, she's just a 10-10, she still threatens much. Yeah, she does, and she is a Darkin, so, like, it's kind of doable to level her. I think there are better Zolani decks than trying to force it with Neeko, but I also don't think that that was the worst deck. It's definitely, by far, definitely not the worst of these that I've played. Like, it's on par with the Ionia and PNZ one, which do surprisingly well. You know what? I kind of take that back. The PNZ one I understand. The PNZ one actually has some potential. The Ionia one, I have no idea how it did that well. But now we've gotten to Freljord, which Freljord is what I think is probably the best way to play Neeko. I haven't looked at, like, stats online or anything to see how things are actually doing. It's just with, like, what your end game closing is and the amount of stall that you have access to with things like Troll Chant and your freezes. It feels like it's the best version of the deck to play. You have a really good top end that just gives everything a bunch of stats. And then you just have access to a lot of really good overwhelm units. Mighty Poro being questionable, but this is the build that I usually like to play on this. I'm, of course, open to debate on this being the best version, but this is the version that I've always had the most success with, just because you have access to things like Yeti, and you also have access to House Spider, which is something that I was putting in this deck before. I really do like House Spider just as a card in general. Oh, wait, we do have House Spider. Never mind. Haha, I lied to you guys. There definitely are better Zolani ones, but she's still a decent finisher for this. Yeah, agreed. Like, just like how there's better Yordle and Arms decks. Like, I think Poppy Neeko is maybe not the best way to play it. So since I've already built the deck, I don't have to spend a whole lot of time actually building it, but I did want to go over, like, some of my choices, right? I think you could argue that you might not need 3 Buried in Ice in a deck that's, like, based around unit pressure. But I do think that you want ways to not lose the game to, like, the mirror matches. Having access to a lot of freezes and things that just put opponents' power down is a good way to not lose to Atro. Like, this is a deck where I could see us having, like, some world where we can win against Nasus, right? Because you can just keep freezing Nasus or make your stuff bigger. You just have a lot of really good options. And then, of course, you have Neeko being able to turn into Sunhawk and stuff. I contemplate on the dog. It is a good overwhelm unit to have if, like, your next turn is going to be Warden. Though I do hesitate on, like... I think the only thing I hesitate on with this deck is, like, the amount of freezes and stuff that are in it. Like, maybe we should be on one more 3-sister or just a straight-up flash freeze. But I think, like, this is where I would start with a deck and then just try to go into optimizing it. But anyway, I'll read a little bit of chat, and then I have to go get some water and go pee, and then we can do the rest of our games in Freljord. Don't get me wrong, there's much of a ritual effectively of asado, but if we talk strictly food and not social aspects, yeah, it's just grilling meats. Hence why I'm kind of turned away from carne asado and other things like that from certain restaurants, because asado is effectively a social gathering more than a type of food. Okay, so now you see, like, there's things like that I feel like Americanized versions of it just ruin. Like Szechuan, for example, in Chinese food. Szechuan is a style of cooking that just uses a lot of, like, peppers and different spices, to my understanding. Someone who is more knowledgeable, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But that's kind of the deal with Szechuan. But then you, like, go to, like, Chinese takeout and get, like, Szechuan chicken, and it's just, like, this, like, kind of ketchup-y sauce that they just put over the chicken. And, like, yeah, there you go. Like, this, when you go to an authentic Chinese restaurant and get Szechuan style, like, chicken whatever, and then you go to a Chinese takeout place and you get Szechuan chicken, 2 completely different things. It's, like, closer to getting, like, a hamburger at, like, a nice, like, steak restaurant, right? Like, a nice, like, half-pound piece of, like, Angus meat, and comparing that to, like, a White Castle burger, right? Like, they're not exactly one-to-one. They don't taste much of the same, and you're not even convinced that one of them is the same stuff as the other thing. You know what I mean? But no, I totally get that. I totally get that with the carne asada. Though I will say Chipotle has good carne asada, if only because I like the the way that it the flavor. All right, let me grab some water and use the bathroom, guys, and I will be right back. You don't run spears? Okay, so, like, you're talking about, first off, I'm back. Second off, you are talking about, the Darkened Spear, this thing. So, I am kind of 50-50 on running Darkened Spear. In one regard, yes, getting the +1/+1 on units in your deck, especially when your whole idea is just being on a bunch of overwhelm stuff, is really good. I think the problem I run into is, like, I could easily cut Mighty Poro. Like, you could probably go, like, 1 Buried in Ice, 2 Mighty Poro, and then run 2 Darkened Spear. Maybe we'll try that if we feel like we need it. I think the issue I just run into is that, like, having... You almost get to the point where you have too many expensive stuff if you actually want to play him as a unit. And I feel like before I start running Darkened Spear in this list, I would rather start running, like, more protection spells. Like, I wouldn't even mind running Sky Splitter on top of Troll Chant. It's like getting Hamburger in Hamburg versus where else. I don't know how good Hamburger are there. I had a friend... Actually, no, my other coworker, when he went to Germany 2 years ago, because this is like a this is a biannual Germany trip. When he went, he had a Hamburger I don't think it was in Hamburg. I don't remember. I think the town was like Frankfurt or Cologne or something like that. Said it just wasn't very good. Like, it just wasn't good. But I will have to, be there and try it myself. There's an authentic Argentinian restaurant, Miami and Orlando, that is the most Argentinian you can get while in the United States, I'd argue, and that's to do with they just have just about every part of the cow up in the buffet with the cooks grilling it all in front of you as you speak with them. Like, you ask for a piece of meat and they pull it off the grill onto your plate. It's great. Do you know the name of this restaurant that's in Orlando? Because I will be in Orlando next year. Also, I'm sorry, what am I against? Huh? Wait, I'm sorry, what? Which one of these champions are they running 2 copies of? What? It's called the Knife. I'm gonna look this up right now so that I have it, because that sounds amazing. Oh, this also reminds me that I have a video to show y'all. Hamburgers aren't from Hamburg. Alex Pla, how you doing today? Welcome to the stream. They are American? Well, I mean, that would explain a lot. You're asking an authentic Argentinian chef and he's cooking? Yeah, that sounds right. I'm worried that PNZ Bandle has a way to get rid of Anara and Froop. I mean, I guess next turn I'm kind of doing this anyway. Or this into this thing next turn, into this thing the following turn, regardless of having Anara. This is the main reason why I don't like Anara and Froop, by the way. Is, like, I don't think it's bad. It's definitely not a bad card. It's just you run into these situations like this, where like, if you play her, like, it doesn't really change your curve on the following few turns, right? Like, this is still the only thing I can play next turn. And it's not like I could play this and this. Even if this thing was dead, I still couldn't play both. That's the main reason that I don't like it. And again, I don't think it's bad. I just, like, don't think it's always necessary. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing all right. Definitely no complaints. I don't know what the deal is with this Teemo, but I just don't want any more puff caps. Argentinian chef can and will make fun of you if you don't speak Spanish too well. I'm warning you now. I mean, that's fine. Everyone in this chat makes fun of me for speaking English wrong, and it's my native language, so... I fail to see the difference. I know what I just said about Anara and Froop, but also Anara and Froop makes this thing cost 5. It makes it cost 5. Fair enough. I'm quite sure it's one of those American foods by German ingredients. That sounds right. I mean, I can't threaten lethal. Yo hablo español muy horrible, comprehendo nada. Yep. That's about how my Spanish is too. Literally, I say this to all of my coworkers who do speak like fluent Spanish. The only sentence I retained in 4 years of doing Spanish class throughout school is Donde está el gato? That is what I remembered. That is what I have retained.
Round and round and round it goes.
Germans used to eat minced meat with bread because it was cheap on the ship while sailing in the U.S. That makes sense. Hey, Silverhawk, how you doing today? And Fizz, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, everyone. Used to emigrate from Hamburg. That's why they called it that. That sounds like you know a lot about this topic. Did we just happen to be talking about a topic that you just happen to be an expert in?
A new species.
Alright. No, I mean, okay, you know what? I can play Neeko regardless. I just want a board full of overwhelms. Doing good, flying to New Jersey for Thanksgiving tomorrow. Oh, nice! You'll be, ever so closer to me.
Look at the puny creature. My most
So, reptile.
upgrade.
Reptile. And whatever you are. So I'm still off. I mean, to be honest, I think they're still dead. Like, they'd have to block the elusives with their Heimer and this thing. And even then, I think I just have too many overwhelms. I haven't actually done the math, but I'm pretty sure they're dead anyway. I don't think I had access to something that had a impact or anything, right?
Give up now.
Yeah, it's still exact lethal. Sweet.
A new species.
And this is why I saved the Freljord one for last. I feel like, just in terms of, like, raw stats on board, it just has, like, the best meat for just, like, bullying decks like that, right? Vigar, Resonant Sleeper. Also, Silverhawk, you'll have to, like, DM me or something where in New Jersey you'll be, because depending on when you, where you are and when you actually get in, maybe we can do a little meetup. I wouldn't mind meeting my, my mods. I met one already. I almost met another one. They would have survived if they blocked Heimer into an overwhelm. Yeah, and then it would have, like, the problem is that, like, I think if they do that, then, like, their board, they have nothing, right? Because they have to block with the 6/1s. Aye, aye, Captain. Also, in this deck, 9 times out of 10, you're always going to full mulligan for your Ancient Yeti. Because in the event that you don't have the cat, and, like, a playable cat on a... In the event that you don't have a playable tri-tail cat on 4 with, like, a wide enough board, this thing is your next best bet.
Croakers and crawlers, I study them all, Lurs.
Hey, Pixel, how you doing?
A new species.
Flesh is a weakness we must shed.
I think it's actually better to develop both of these next turn. I could actually develop this, this dog, the 7-5.
You a weird one.
Doing great. Just finished playing some games with some friends. Nice. Like, you're talking, like, LOR games or, like, other games? Because you were playing that, new Mario game that came out on the Switch, right? Not Mario RPG, the other one.
A new species.
I just need to see. This thing is 5, right? Okay. But I think it's probably better to... So 2, 3, 4... 5. I think this is better. Is just... Maybe we develop the Poro first. Mario Wonder? Yeah, Wonder. That's the one I was thinking of.
Another brilliant design. Electroplating completed.
And yeah, I was playing Mario Wonder, 100%ed it. Nice. I don't want to trade this.
Publish or perish.
Listen to me.
Like, they could have Mystic Shots to kill these. But the hope is that we can actually get Warden down. With it still mattering.
Are you a weird one?
I mean, Warden coming down on 9 versus 8 definitely makes this worse. But it does... But it is still, like... doable. It's a shame we don't have a way to reduce the cost of this. I definitely get them making this not, like, a tribed unit. I totally understand that. Should I be saving Harsh Winds this turn? Nah. Nah. Double Preservarium, okay. Well, that does not help you. Sure, I'll tank 5. This isn't lifesteal, so I'm not too... I think if he had lifesteal instead of regen, I'm probably more likely to do it. What was its tribe before Reptile? It didn't... What do you mean? Are you talking about this thing? It's never had a tribe. What they did is they nerfed it from 8 mana to 9 mana.
A new species.
I honestly think we just open attack with all of our stuff now. I could have tried to level Neeko, but I thought it did. I don't think it did. If it ever had one, it was probably Dragon. But I don't think it did. But you see what I mean about, like, the Neeko one? Like, the Overwhelm Poro isn't even that good. Like, I think you could replace Overwhelm Poro with something else, but, like, actually just having a bunch of Overwhelm units that are really cheap and mana efficient, and then having a end game to buff them all. Also, this is, like, the real test of this deck, is can we actually be a Thresh? None of the other ones, most of the losses on the top left of the screen, most of these are because of Nasus decks. So this is, like, the real test, is can we beat this? I think I do full mulligan for, since we're attacking on evens, I think we definitely full mulligan for the Yeti. I think we have to, just so that we can have an Overwhelm unit on, okay, we didn't get it, which is unfortunate, but we did get, like, a better hand. It definitely wasn't a dragon, because Vex could never roll it. Okay, it really sucks giving them this. But I think it sucks less than... Okay. Well, opponent now doesn't have a hand. Which is kind of nice for us. I don't know that I just play House Spider. I think we do, though. House Spider just, like, prevents them from doing anything with this board.
We love it when they run.
I'm surprised you don't just, like, attack in with this thing, too. Maybe this would have been the better play so I could sorry in this turn. But also, being able to... I think we play a Nara and Fruit this turn.
Croakers and crawlers, I study them all, Lurs.
Because depending on what they use on their mana, we have Troll Chant. I kind of would rather Troll Chant... I think I just attack in with this. No, I don't think I attack in at all, actually. Quietus I can stop. Hate Spike I can stop.
This one's a fighter.
Interesting that they now choose to trade this. I mean, I guess it still gives a Nasus stack, but...
A new species.
Wait, didn't you just have 1 health?
Weird one.
Maybe I'm misremembering. I definitely don't want to keep taking that damage for no reason. Alright, Saurian.
A new species.
Donde está el gato? See, they understand. We were literally just talking about that. Almost literally. I don't know how stream, you know what, actually, kind of speaking of, no, you know what, I almost don't want to say it because I know I'm going to get flamed if I say it in chat. And it's like, not because I'm not trying, it's just because it's just how it is. You know what, no, let's play this one.
Aren't you a weird one?
Okay, here's what I was gonna make a comment that I have this clip to show you guys that has to do with two I believe they are both I think that's the Brazil flag. I just wanted to show this I posted it on my Twitter too, so if you're on my Twitter you probably know what I'm about to say, but it's just like I was gonna say, like, with all the people talking Spanish, but then I was like, well, they don't speak Spanish in Brazil, they speak Portuguese, and then, like, there's a whole thing of, like, oh, but, like, if I say, like, the Spanish, speaking of Spanish, you know, like, it's just, like, a whole mess, right? All right, like, I'll show it after stream, though. Not after stream, after this game. This Nasus makes things really difficult. Especially when I don't have a freeze like I'm supposed to. Oh, and he has Overwhelm. You're right. Oh my god. Alright. So, the unfortunate thing is that, like... Do I have to do this attack? Or do I just, like, not attack and hope that we draw, Flash Freeze next turn? Or, like, something like that. I think either way, next turn I need Flash Freeze. If I do this attack, Nasus kind of has to block one of the 2 Overwhelm units. And then gets, like, increased stats from the 3-1 and the 1-2. Maybe I can keep the 1-1 back just to, like, not give this thing a free trade. And then this way, like, these things aren't slaying anything. I feel like I have to do this. You get Spell Shield for free and reduces your attack. Yeah, I mean, like, the problem is that, like, I can never win if I don't attack in. I legitimately just... I think this moment they played this down, unless I got, what is it? Just cast Bone Throw, it'll distract the Nasus. There you go. Like, this Nasus being on board, I quite literally can't win the game. Like almost literally, I cannot win this game. Unless I drew my Entomb, which is a 1-of in this deck, or I drew my Flash Freezes already, I just, like, don't have a way to win. I quite literally don't. Because, like, even if we block this, they just have Atro. Yeah, I can't win. Nasus is just an unwinnable matchup for us. Unless we win it super early. Which, even with their, like, annoying hand, we still weren't able to do. God, that matchup's just so bad for Neeko. All the time. Can we play Ultra Rapid Draw? No, we cannot. The only way to beat Nasus is being bigger than him or winning before he levels. Exactly. That is exactly how we're supposed to win. And the problem is, like, unless we end up playing... So, like, the only real way we have of beating Nasus in this deck, if Nasus does come down, is just playing more, like, copies of cards like this that help us. So, like, more freezes or something like that. But, like, then you run into the situation of if you're teching against Nasus specifically, then we're losing out on value on other cards that we could be using, like, that win other matchups for us. That makes sense? That makes sense why, like, the Nasus matchup is so frustrating, is because if I go to tech against it, probably with the Freljord version, there is a way to tech against Nasus. But we run into the problem where if we do that, we are then losing other matchups. If you play Spear, you could play Unforgiving Cold. Isn't Unforgiving Cold the 2-mana... Is Unforgiving Cold the one that gives, Frostbite or deals 4 to something that has Frostbite? Is that card? And how does Darkened Spear help with that? The Cultist Freeze? Oh, okay. I make 0 to 1 mana AK units. I never fear Nasus. Oh, yeah, no, of course. I understand. I understand completely. And, like, Neeko is just, in general, doesn't have a good matchup into something that wants to kill your board. I think I just wait for this thing to be cheaper. I don't really want to just give this Neeko or this Gwen free stacks. And there's no reason to attack in with this doggo. Just because of Gwen. But this 6/5 trades into everything. And gives me a lot of damage if they do just decide to block with one of these. They also haven't done any hollowed yet. Which is going to be really awkward when they go to attack in with this Gwen next turn and I just freeze it to death. Gonna be real awkward for one of us. And I don't think it's me.
A new species.
Get freezified? Yeah. You just got freezed. Yeah, that's the joke I was trying to make. Okay, I did forget to show you guys that that clip. I'll show you guys after this match, definitely. Or maybe this person's just taking so long that I can show it on stream now. It's actually probably better if I go to a different page to watch this. Video producer. Clips. Oh, I love this. I can now give mods permission to feature clips on my channel. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, Twitch. I definitely want that on this stream. Definitely don't see how that could possibly go wrong in any world. I actually think I want it like this. Because I don't want what I'm going to do to just get hate spiked. Like, I'm sure something will get hate spiked, but I'd rather, like, make sure that the thing that's going to kill the, there, I can take 6. I mean, this thing's also just strike, isn't it? So don't I just, like, do this here and put another 3 in the deck? Just tell me what day you're going to play it. Well, now that this is the last set of Neeko games, if you let me do one more Neeko game, we'll have done 4 in every region, and I can play this after. So if you want, I can actually play this today. I will probably just play Neeko for the rest of the day in Freljord just because I like this. This is the deck that made me love Neeko. So we will probably just keep doing this. That's probably not the best use of double hate spike, but I'll allow it. I mean, I get that they want to keep the Gwen alive, but also, like, isn't this Gwen just going to have to... Interesting. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm not doing anything. That's fine. Unfortunate, but also I guess that means that we can do this. They can Hecarim, which means that we're probably... I don't think Hecarim... Okay, Hecarim has, like, no stacks. And this isn't a Hecarim. This is maybe a Vengeance. Oh. That's actually, like, kind of good for us. Cat and dog had not seen Poro or Reptile. So, Poro Reptile is still not leveled. I think I just want to do this because I want to put pressure on the Gwen. I have freeze next turn for Gwen. They also didn't Hecarim this turn. Which is why I kind of want to have more blockers. They use double hate spike. And if they just go for an open attack with this Gwen, like... Okay, we just entombed the shit out of that, right?
What a joy!
Oh, wait, didn't that just reset your Gwen? Wait, why did you do that? Don't you just lose the game now? Wait, am I crazy? Don't they just win? Don't they just lose?
A new species.
Like, kind of on the spot now? You asked about Soul Cleave. I did ask about Soul Cleave. Like, this doesn't turn into that skill. And she doesn't get Overwhelm. Terrible use of it, but here we are.
Big brain.
Man, if this thing was 8 mana, we were definitely fine.
Mind's a wonder.
Alright. I mean, I don't know what that was about. Well, and there you go. I think I'm... Alright, before we do the deck redeem, I'm just going to do like a little outro to this whole thing. So, I mean, Freljord had the best win rate. But, like, it's also tied with Targon, PNZ, and Ionia. Which, like, I did not expect. I definitely did not expect that. I definitely... Can we... Hold on, let's make this a little bigger. Hold on. I definitely did not expect PNZ and Ionia to have higher win rates than most of the rest of these. Shadow Isles one just dog shit. Definitely not. I can't do that again. Like... the Freljord version is definitely the best. The only thing I lost to Nasus, and that's because Nasus is bullshit. No, I mean, like, the Freljord version just plays really well into Neeko's strengths. The PNZ one I kind of get. Because the PNZ one was, like, you had a Give It All, and you had the tech card that can buff the stats of everything. So you just have, like, 11 11s with Overwhelm, Elusive, and whatever. So, like, that feels like it really does have good potential to go somewhere if you can optimize the list a little bit. The Ionia one, I have no idea. Quite literally, just no idea. I kind of just want to do like a little retrospective on this whole thing, and then we'll do Slayer's deck redeem. Like, I think Black Flame with things like Tri-Tail are really funny. Even if you, like, somehow got it to have a leveled Neeko in the Black Flame, I think that could be really cool. We never got to that point, because that's, like, a really hard combination of cards to pull off. Pink Region is magical is why. I mean, we also did have, like, protection, right? With, like, Syncopation, Wuju, Twin Discipline. The Lulu felt kind of worthless, actually. Like, I think when we were on this version that had the, I think this was the version we had the elusive +1 quick attack card. Something Witch, right? Sandwich or something like that. What is her name? Young Witch. Yeah, I mean, like, oh man, like, it feels like there was a lot of this that was just kind of out of the blue, and it was like elusive aggro with extra steps. And the Targon one, like, did really well, but I don't... Like, I mean, maybe it's just because Zolani's, like, really good, even if you can get her to, like, 10 or 12. Because she just, like, pushes through everything. But then we kind of come right back to the same conversation we're having, that, like, this is really cool that it's one really big overwhelm unit. But if you're talking about, like, top end, in the Freljord version of this deck, you just have, like, Warden and, like, access, because Yeti and Mighty Poro are also tribal units that are just really well statted for their mana cost and have a subtype. So the entire game, you're just playing into your win con, as to where the Zolani one, like, sometimes you are, sometimes you aren't. Did you call that young witch Sandwich? Yeah, I'm like, I don't remember her name. I think if we were to make changes to this, I do kind of like the thought of putting, like, one more Three Sisters and another Harsh Winds or something. But I don't really know how you fit that, because all the cards in here felt really good. Maybe, like, House Spider you don't need. But House Spider's just broken, so... I don't know, I mean... This was definitely a fun set of streams to do. I'm glad that I did it. And I will probably continue to play a little bit more Freljord Neeko throughout the rest of this stream after I do some viewer decks. Can you look up Cultist Bree's name? Yeah. Like, the Cultist wouldn't be bad because I think he gives everything Overwhelm, right? That's what he does. Or, no, everything that's equipped, he gives Overwhelm to, right? The Freljord Cultist guy. Yeah, Iceveil Cultist, your equipped allies have Overwhelm. Like, I think the only issue with this is that we have a good weapon master, actually, right? We have a really good weapon. We have two really good weapon masters. In fact, I think I was running her in this deck. I think I was running her when she was not nerfed. I don't know what you take out now for her, because, like, as much as I complained about Anara and Froop, like, it did feel good when, like, you would play it on 3 and then turn 4 and 5, you would play, like, a bunch of stuff. I do still think that it's a little situational, but it did feel good in this version of the list. You could maybe cut House Spider for Blacksmith or Combat Cook. Or you could take out the Poro, I guess, and put in Blacksmith. Just to have, like, a slightly more utilitarian one. I want to know if I was right calling it Unforgiving Cold. Oh, the spell? I think it is called Unforgiving Cold or something like that. The Unforgiving Cold. This is what you're talking about? I think it's not as good as Harsh Winds, but... No, it's a Cultist card. I don't remember what I had this at, but I think that's close. But yeah, I hope that you guys had fun at least watching this series of streams. Especially those that are on the YouTube side of this. If you are on the YouTube side of this and you are watching this after the live stream, make sure to leave a comment on what your favorite version of Neeko was. It doesn't always have to be the objectively good one. Don't the cultists serve the Darkins? I think they serve some Darkins. I don't think they serve all of them. Now, Slayer, did you want me to play this in Standard? Or did you want me to play this in Eternal? Because you did make a Standard deck. We've got Janna, Nami. Okay, I'm just trying to think of how we mulligan. Because, like, we have Deluge. But we also kind of want to have a Nami on board when we play it. It works quite decent if you run Spear or the Weapon Master and can freeze through spell shields. So it's probably a consideration for a slightly different Freljord build. Yeah, no. Do we have a YouTube command? Yes. Exclamation mark YT or just exclamation mark YouTube. I think both work. You choose. All right, well, it's a standard deck, so let's play it in standard. Why am I over here? And you just redeem your deck, not the in ranked, so I don't have to. Plus, I mean, we kind of get more of a mixed bag in the casual games, yeah. Depending which cultist, they either serve a Darkin or Kayn, who is yet to get overwhelmed by Rast or win against him and turn Shadow Assassin. What on earth is this? Oh, that's Volibear. Dude, Kingdom Hearts, I love that game series. Zamira Volibear. Alright, so we already have the Deluge. So I guess we now mulligan for Nami? Also, I'm just thinking, we have a lot of spells for Nami, but do we have, like, enough units? Like, do we have units for this? We have one elusive unit, right? This guy?
I excel at making heads turn.
And roll. I really want to do this, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna miss.
Hope they're watching.
It also means I can't play this next turn. Or Nami next turn. You know, I can play Nami next turn. Damn it! Why did I think that would work? Why did I think that would work? Never lucky. For real, dude.
My quest is dangerous, but I will see it through.
What do we got here?
I mean, I can technically level her up next turn. Actually, no, this is deal 1, right? Oh, it's deal 3 to a unit. Oh, okay.
You should have run. Come on, boys.
I do think I want to kill this. As much as I want to play Deluge. I think it's a little delusional to play. Okay, well that sucks. I could use this, but it doesn't even kill it. I'm really surprised they didn't try to kill... I guess they couldn't kill the Nami with this, unless they had, like, other stuff. Maybe now I just wait on it and play this thing. Hey, that's the real way to go.
Mejana's will be done through me.
Do I even have enough time to do it, though? Because I might just not.
Friends, let us revel.
I forgot that her thing was spells, not spell mana. I'm an idiot. I completely forgot how Nami works. I thought she was 1 away from leveling, but no, she's like a billion. Oh, dude, I like completely broke my big toenail. Oh man, that's awkward.
No problem.
Plenty
wickedness shall not prosper.
Used to be Spellman. I know that it's a rework thing. Oh.
Rise with the surf.
Fresh to death. Done. Is it time?
And this is really not going our way. Wow, yeah, I took a huge cut out of this. What the hell happened? I don't think I can show this on stream, but like, damn. I don't think I'm dead.
Crows will have what's left. Come on, boys. Plenty for all of us.
I am dead if I don't full block, though.
Got to get past me.
Is this thing elemental? It is.
Let the tide carry you.
Which means I'm gonna
Ride the
draw
surf and
4.
tides.
I think I just redeveloped this thing. I mean, this will deal 6. I don't think I have a way to level. I think I could kill, because this can deal 8 damage, right? But it just means I'm not playing one of these two things if I do that.
Rise with the surf. The Mirai will never know fear again. Let the tide carry you.
Well, Formless can't reduce something below 1. The problem is that, like, I want to be able to cast one of these two. Maybe I could have just cast one of them on this guy. But maybe this is better.
Knowledge is its own reward.
What do you seek and what do you offer?
Of course. Of course. Well, cool. They don't have rally.
I can impart manifold teachings. What do you wish to learn?
Teach me to never need sleep.
Okay. We lose this one. I can also get rid of this. Oh, boy. Alright. What's the big problem here? I think the problem is that I just don't think Formless Blade is that good. I think if we're going to be on Nami, we need to be on more elusive units. Because I don't think, like, these birds are actually, like, good units for Nami, right? Like, the only thing that makes Formless Blade that good is, being able to level Nami. But I think without, like... I mean, honestly, why are we not on, Blurble? You should be playing for Deluge and Spell Nuking. I mean, the problem is that, like... That's not really, like, if you're gonna be doing that, don't play Nami. You know what I mean? Like, the only thing Nami's doing is giving you another copy of Ebb and Flow, right? Like, realistically, that's all that Nami's doing in this list, when I feel like we could be doing more. I mean, honestly, Acorn's probably not that bad in this list. I don't think Tidal Wave is very good either. Invocation's probably pretty good. Because especially if we're going to be on this Deluge stuff, it just makes this thing, like, makes a bigger tentacle. What should I take out? I actually just really don't like Ebb and Flow either. Like... Actually, if we're going to be running two of any, or putting a third copy of anything in, it's probably that. We have a few elusive units now, not like a lot. It's better, I think, as far as, like, having a reason to be on Nami. Oh, that's probably why we're losing. We don't have a Nami skin. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem with the deck. No Nami skins. I keep getting distracted. I wanted to show you guys. That's not the video I wanted. Clips I've created. There we go. I think I can keep this in my mulligan. There's nothing wrong with it. You just playstyle fix it. I mean, I think that if I'm guinea pigging the deck, I am gonna change stuff around. Those are the terms of the guinea pig the deck. Alright, I'll just show this after this game. We'll focus on this game and then we'll show the clip. I mean, I guess I could do it twice. Is that good?
You called and I answered.
I mean, not when I could be killing this thing. It's not. We don't care about that 2 damage. I don't have Temple, so I think we're doing this. It's either this or I'm playing... no, you know what? Actually, this is probably better. Maybe I toss Blurble and this thing. The problem is that, like... as good as... You know, actually, we probably tossed the Delusion. Like, here's the problem. I think that, like, playing these Delusions is good, right? Like, because we could have this dealing 3. I think the problem is that, like, if I do this, then, like, I have no reason to, like, play Janna almost ever. I need to, like, actually be leveling her. I think I can toss this guy, actually. Fancy meeting you here. Cake, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. How are you today? It also just draws me 3 cards.
The Zephyr heralds the squall.
Okay. Okay.
I see you swim, but can you fly?
Good, working on putting the kids to bed. Nice. Alright, well that's big.
My vortex shall consume you.
Wifey wants a date night. Well, tell her you're too busy playing video games. Tell her she can see you any other day of the week. You're with me now. It's my time, Cake. It's my time. Yeah, that's the play. Man, I wonder why Numbers is single still.
I won't let my home be swallowed by darkness.
In you, I see my will made manifest.
Janna, your wind makes my burdens lighter.
Well, actually, is this better if I just, like, do both of these next turn? In an attempt to kill this thing.
Storm unrelenting.
Problem is, I don't have any fast speed skills to do with this, right? Acorn is 0. I think we do this first. They can't volley bear yet. Okay. I remember that meme. Actually, I think I just play my own now that they don't really have a out to it.
Ride the surging tides.
I had a crazy week at work. One of our 3 sales teams dissolved because it was being horribly mismanaged, and I took on 6 new people. Bro. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
You need humbling.
We haven't had anything like that happen at my job, but I have definitely, like, taken on additional responsibilities in the past, past few, weeks and stuff. Wait, this draws 1? Oh, interesting. I mean, I feel like I just do this just to draw some cards.
Let the tide carry you. Ride the surging tides.
unrelenting.
Well, I lose because I can't do anything about this. I can deal 2 damage to it. Oh, gorilla.
Beware, doldrums cause cabin fever.
I mean, if I do this, I don't think there's any 2-cost spell that helps me here at this point.
Rise with the surf. Let the tide carry you. I will find the moonstone.
I mean, at least we never leveled Nami. This didn't feel too bad, other than, like, not being able to win quick enough off of Nami. You can't block him either way. Yeah, I know. Like, and I still have to deal with a Captain Farron, too, so... So, yeah. No, GG. Seems like a fun deck. I think it definitely is room for this to be fun. Like, having access to, like, Janna spells and Janna's mana spell reduction and Nami can make for a really fun combination. I just don't think that, like, there's enough support there for it, because the way that Slayer had the deck built, it was basically a Janna deck that just runs Nami. And then the way that I built it, it's like this weird hodgepodge that just, like, doesn't have enough of either thing to make either of them good. And I think that's the main issue. So, like, definitely an interesting concept. I can see it being fun. I just think, like, for it to be, like, a viable deck for Nami, I just think that there needs to be, like, other cards that give you spells that are, like, also elusive. Probably no skins is the problem. Oh, yeah, no, you know, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing earlier. I think I even mentioned that. Like, you know, not having any skins really screws us. Laser Wars, how you doing today? Then they didn't like how much I was making with the additional people, so they gave me a 20% pay cut. Honestly, if the job that I'm working forced me to have 6 people work under me and then they cut my pay, I'm quitting. Like, or at the very least, I'm doing the smart thing and immediately looking for a new job. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like the math doesn't math there. You know what I mean? Well, thanks. I'm at 90% win rate with Masters. That is great to hear, and I think you're taking what I'm saying a bit too personally. Like, I'm just saying that, like, I think that for Nami Janna to be, like, a really viable deck, it just needs better stuff. You know what I mean? If you're doing great with it, you don't have to listen to any of my advice. I'm just some dude on the internet. But if you're asking my opinion, that's my opinion. You know what I mean? That's what the guinea pig your deck is for. And, you know, people get like that. Like, they do the guinea pig their deck, and they're like, I want to show you this deck. And then the agreement with guinea pig your deck is I play 2 games. The second game, I make changes that I want. And I don't know. I just, like, I notice that people will get, like, annoyed when I, like, start critiquing the deck. But, like, isn't that why you gave it to me? I don't know. Not flaming anyone. I'm glad that you gave me the deck, and I'm fine. There's just a pilot difference. A skill diff, yeah. I know what you're trying to say. I'm just saying that, like, I don't know, man. As long as you're having fun. That's all that matters. Kinda. I would have been making 25K a month, so I kind of get it. No, I mean, that's still bullshit. Like, like, Cake, you know your worth, man. Like, if they gave you, like, 20% or maybe 25% more work to do on a day-to-day basis, and then they cut your pay by 20%, it really doesn't matter, like, how much you would be making because of that. Like, that's not acceptable terms. You know what I mean? Like, like, for your sake, I would say, like, definitely, like, either complain or just start looking for a new job. I don't, unless you really like this job, in which case, sure, you can, if you're fine with it, that's one thing. But, like, if you're actually pissed about it and you hate the job, just, the smart thing to do would be to start looking for a new job, and then you have one of two options. Once you start looking for a new job, you have one of two options. You either have a job offer in hand and just take the job offer and quit your current job, or what you do is you go to your boss and be like, hey, I have this job offer for this other job that's paying me this much more, and not like a month ago, you cut my pay by 20%. If you want me to stay, not only do you revert that, but you also give me more pay. And if you're not willing to do that, I'm walking. Like, actually just be that, like, assertive about it. It works only once at a company. You won't be able to get away with doing that any more than exactly once. But it's just like, I don't know. I just wouldn't want to see you, or anyone in my chat for that matter, have, like, be in, like, a position where they're being taken advantage of by a company and not, like, knowing what their options are. I do love the job, and that's great. I still think that second option is, like, something you could do. I don't think you need to subject yourself to bad working conditions just because you like the job. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure that, like, you at least know what your options are. Because, like, having another job offer in hand and then also, like, going to them and being like, look, I could walk this easily and make this much more and be fine in my life. If you want me to stay here and take on all this more responsibility, we need to have a serious conversation. You can do it once every few years. In finance, it's expected you do it, and it's seen positively since negative negotiation is a part of the role. I guess it depends on the type of business you're talking. So A, it depends on the type of business you're talking, and B, it depends on, like, the size of the company, right? If you're, like, a big Fortune 500 company, sure. If you're, like, a small company that's, like, like, you know, like a company that's, like, maybe 200 or less people, maybe even less, maybe like 150 or less people, if you're at that point, like, you're actually probably better, better not trying to get away with that too many times. You know what I mean? Like if it's a small company, like, they're gonna notice a pattern, you know? That's the only reason I say it works, like, once. But if you're in, like, a big Fortune 500 company where your boss has changed 6 times in the past 4 months, then, like, yeah, I mean, do it every month for all I care. But Snow Rogan and Super Jail Warden, how are both of you today? Welcome, welcome. We don't always talk about business and finance and stuff, but every once in a while, a topic just hits home for me. Okay, what are you at? You actually need Poro. So I think we play this Spooter. I don't think that this Neeko's living, if I'm going to be real with you. We can try it. I'm at a company of 400-ish, and I've been there for 13 years. I'm very likely to take over the chief position in the next few years. I mean, that's great. If, like, you don't feel comfortable doing the thing I'm suggesting, then I totally get that. I understand that, like, you're in a position where you're very comfortable and you don't want to lose out on, like, a potential gain further down the road. I just, you know, I've seen enough people be in those positions where they don't know their options. And I just realized that I do have Poro, because there's literally one right here. So this Neeko's not going to level up. But this is still a really big attack wave.
You leave me no recourse.
If it's gone that far, you're better off walking. Yeah, and then I think it just becomes a matter of, like,
Interesting.
what are, like, the situation at hand, right? But 9 times out of 10, you're not in as good of a position as Cake is saying that he is. So, like, yeah, I think you usually are just better off walking. It's risk-reward. Yeah, no, totally. Because, like, for all you know, mismanagement ends up following that team of people that you just ended up with. And then now you're the person that they're laying off. Like, that could be really detrimental, too. Doing all right, dude. That was a dope Neeko run. I'm glad that you liked it. So I get, like, a little nervous with, like, the YouTube videos, because they are just 4-hour-long videos. But also, like, they've been getting views, so maybe it's just, like, fine. I wonder if I should have developed this cat instead of the things that I did. I think if I had been smart and realized that Neeko wasn't going to level up anyway because of having 2 Poros, maybe I wouldn't have played Poro and I would have just played cat. Didn't lay her off. She had all her leads quit, and when they tried to promote off of team, they turned down the promotion to stay with me. Interesting. Yeah, it does sound like you have a way more unique situation than what I was talking about. So yeah, I mean, definitely follow your gut. That's the main thing. Like, if you feel good about a situation, then, like, don't let someone talk you into doing something that you're not comfortable with. I just wouldn't want to see you, not get your, comeuppance, you know? I mean, Targon PNZ doesn't have a way to mass clear the board when they just play... But when they just play, Progress Day or Poggers Day, I think I should just develop as much threats as possible. Because I don't think that they'll be able to deal with all of them. Trumpet. Sounding the 7th song spinner. Also, Cake, I feel like... Oh, there was something music-related I was going to talk to you about. I can't remember what it is now. Oh, okay. GG, buddy. What was it? War Machine, being a God Mode DDG song? Yes. You wanted to show us something? I keep forgetting as soon as I'm out of a game. I keep forgetting. This was earlier today with the open happening. I don't know how many of you were watching the open. Allow me to make this smaller. But I mainly just wanted to show you guys this because this just, like, highlights my life. Like, this situation is my life.
You just went, right?
Yeah, we just went. That's why we just...
Oh, no, we got caution. Oh, we missed! Oh! No! That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. We missed!
That's like British curve.
Wait, did we just win?
That is my life, y'all.
Yeah, we just went. That's why we just...
Oh, no, we got caution.
We'll watch it one more time.
Oh, we missed! Oh! No! That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
For those who aren't catching what's happening, they have the Soul Cleave. The Soul Cleave that is supposed to hit this Allegiance unit. And then Soul Cleave goes off, and it doesn't hit Allegiance, so they don't summon anything. That's what I wanted to show you. That was literally, like, a few hours ago today. easy, precious top deck. I think it actually top decked the Fervor.
Joy is a good look in a book and a cat
Nora
in a
Katarina.
step lively. To and fro and to.
I think we start playing Yetis and bank 2 mana. Interesting. Do they have a second Pytos? Oh, wow, they're using... You see, I don't understand this list now. Like, the whole idea of being on cards like Flock and stuff is because you have things like Swain. But, like, I don't understand why we are playing that if this is, like, supposed to be a more aggressive deck. I feel like Flock is not a good include. Unless they got that off of, unless the Flock was off of Conch, which I don't think it was. But if it was, then, like, I guess whatever. But... By the way, Aesop Rock's new album is fire. AESOP. I don't know what that is. Maybe I do, and I just don't know the acronym. Yeah, I'm blanking. Listen to Black Snow when have a minute. Link the song in the Discord. Link the song in the Discord and I'll definitely get to it. It's Aesop. Of course. Now, I've been listening to a lot of Pierce the Veil again. I just recently re-listened to Collide with the Sky, the Pierce the Veil album. And I usually only get up... Whenever I listen through that album, I get up to the... It's a long drive... I'm low on gas and it's a long drive or something like that. I can't remember the full name of that song. But, like, it's something like that. I always get up to that song in the album, and then I don't go any further. But I did recently, and I just re-remembered that, like... There's like, a banger song, like, halfway through that album that I just, like, forgot about. It's a joke, you're not German enough to understand. Gotcha. That makes sense. I'm pretty dumb. I mean, putting Broadmain to 1 is... Oh, that doesn't seem as good. Linked? Nice. I'll definitely give it a listen after this. Okay, if I go for this Buried in Ice now, I mean, it's not like we can ward another tribes anyway, so I think I just go for Buried in Ice now. They can't stop it with the spell, and they only have 3 mana, and they don't have the attack token. So, like, anything that they'd have to do to kill these, they have to do right now. And if they do that right now, then I have time next turn to develop. It's wrap? Okay. Alright, you turned off keywords, but don't you still have to deal with a 6/3? Oh, no, because you just have 3. Okay, no. Why wouldn't I think that they just have portals? Why am I even surprised? That's 6, right? Yeah. So let's deck Hunter first. Portal's OP? Yeah, no, for real. How you doing today, facetious cat? Like, the main reason I need to play this dog is that Warden of the Tribes can go off.
We are all seeking an end to war, friends.
Wait, what? Why didn't... Wait. Wait, what? What? Wait, why didn't it... Wait, why didn't it do the spell? Wait, what? Did he just cast this without casting... I don't understand. He didn't target... But like, how do you forget? Actually, I should probably keep these back.
Trust me.
Because he was replacing a unit. But, like, I just feel like that's a hard mistake to make, you know? Clicked OK too many times. He forgot. I just feel like it's hard to forget. Like, because even when you just select a unit, it still, like, does something else. You know what I mean? Maybe first time with the deck, I don't know. El Banturoso? I don't know if I said that correctly, but how are you today? I mean, I'm nowhere near dead if you do this attack, friend. And I don't know if you live another turn. Buried in Ice, auto-leveling Nora is funny. Well, I don't think that's what leveled her. I think she was leveled from them hitting 3 portals last turn. And then when she popped out a portal, she was alive. She leveled. I think that's what that was about. Not bad, but can't sleep. I feel that. I definitely feel that. Alright. Poro first. Then Rizu. And then Warden. I can't just play a Warden right now, because I think it just, like, immediately dies to this. Alright, well, one of the Wardens is going to die, but funny enough, they're not going to understand that. Not even... They're like, oh, sweet, we got rid of it, but, like, actually, bro. Actually, bro. Hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but... I think you have to summon this.
I don't need anyone.
Oh, that really sucks that it hit Proto Poro. Because that was my other win con. I mean, I technically have Storm Cloud. So, like, they need to be able to deal with a bunch of stuff right now. They overwrote the landmark. Yes. Alright, so they're using this combo on this thing. Do they have a way to deal with the 13-13 Warden of the Tribes? Because they need 3 spells. 1 for this and 2 for this, right? I mean, I guess that works too.
You can't help.
Vandal City, you so slowly. I think you just went on Impact anyway, right? I mean, if we were able to do the Impact, yeah. But unfortunately, I guess what I have to do is I have to do this with the Warden of the Tribes to make them heal for less. Because that Poro is dying anyway. They didn't even use the slow darkness on stack with the fast stuff. Oh, and he heals. Okay, so they need 2 spells to get rid of this thing. Man, they have had so many... Oh my god. Bro. I just don't understand how they always hit multiple cards with their... I don't understand how they constantly are doing it. It's like not even funny at this point.
Bury fear, bury doubt. For the king.
Alright, I have to do this on the Warden. Because I can't let this darkness just kill it for free.
Portals everywhere. If it hops or slithers, it's my kind of critter.
I mean, I wonder if they're planning on using those pranks. Because I have no idea what they're gonna hit. Alright, now unless our next top deck is our last Warden, I think we lose. Oh, and they didn't even use this, so they have a way to kill another one. But it's all at slow speed. The pranks were from portals, so they are not originally part of the plan. I mean, I know what you mean, but like... Okay, they don't have anything that's fast speed at the moment that can stop this overwhelm. I mean, this is still only 3. So we'll still deal 3 here. Alright, but of course they have a fast speed spell. I don't think this is winnable at this point. It will entirely depend on what we draw next. But, man, these broad mains really not doing us any favors. I don't understand how they have 6 copies of this card. Let's actually count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 4, but still. 4, but, like, come on. Like, still. You know what I mean?
All is immaterial.
It's Nora spell. It's bullshit is what it is. That Broadmane is winning the war of attrition. The problem is I don't have a way to stop it. You know what I mean? I literally don't have access to anything that stops this outside of Buried in Ice. I guess we just play it. I mean, it dies to this darkness, but like, if they use this darkness on this thing, then they're losing to the Warden, right? If we top deck it. If I had Warden, dude. If I had Warden, this actually would have been so good for us, but yeah, we can't win. At this point, we have not drawn... Like, if we still had the second Warden, I think we were in a better spot, but I don't think, like... I think that game was still, like, way too close. I don't think I misplayed in that game. I mean, I could probably rewatch the VOD and find out if, like, I feel like there was a spot where I misplayed. I think I played fine. I think maybe arguably the worst spot I was in was when I Buried in Ice a Broadmane. Basically just a Broadmane. That was arguably the worst position I put myself in, but even then, like, the reason I did that was to try to win that following turn. And then other than that, like, maybe just, like, a deck build. But again, like, there's some matchups that we're just winning because of the way our deck is built right now. Oh, hey, I was on this, I was doing Vlad Trundle Feel the Rush, like a year ago. Guys, what should our next, like, set of streams be? Because I'm going to be streaming tomorrow and Tuesday. I won't be able to stream next weekend just because I'll be away for the holidays. I've been enjoying Rumble.
Remember the objectives.
Rumble,
Your path ends here. Routes closed.
Do Rumble Neeko somehow? Well, when we initially did Noxus, I thought about Rumble Neeko. The problem I ran into is that, like, it has to be one or the other, because you just don't have access to enough discard, stuff that you would want to discard for that to be very good. Man, really? 6 mana? There's nothing to do?
You can fix anything with anything. I'll prove it.
Maybe I should have taken the mana one.
The trolls are going to war!
Tidy.
Do I need to attack in with this cat? Didn't we already see cat? Yeah, we did already see cat. We keep you back. I've been playing him with Demacia, so the only real worthy discard is coming from Noxus anyway. Yeah, true, but the thing is that, like, all the Demacia cards that you're playing support him, right? None of the Neeko cards support him in any meaningful way. And that becomes the biggest issue that you face there. Is that, like, even though you have low discard stuff with only Noxus, it's accentuated by the fact that you do have good other cards. Sorry. I'm, like, kind of at a loss here. I wonder if it's Mentor of the Stones. Okay, at least this way, if they get rid of it, we get all the gems. Kayn Neeko and wonder why it's terrible with only one available weapon. No, you can, no, actually, you can't play Weapon Masters. I'm trying to think. I think I did Kayn Neeko once, and it actually didn't feel that bad. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it didn't feel awful. I'll take the 6 from Trundle, since my stuff would just be trading into him for free anyway. Both Mecha and Yordle. Yeah, I think Mecha Yordle with Neeko can be really fun. Maybe in Vandal it's better. Also, what on earth is this deck? So, Bird, Cat, Poro, Weapon Master, Yeti, which are all things that I have on the board right now. If I don't see anything that I want, I think I just have to, like, drop Neeko as is. Spider.
Does anyone want snack times? Maybe it's sweet potatoes.
I kind of like the thought of Neeko talking about sweet potatoes. I think the biggest problem that I have with going for Buried in Ice this turn is, like, I actually need to level Neeko before a avalanche happens. Like, we're super susceptible to avalanche at the moment. It's a it's a year 2 regen self-harm deck, but with Trundle instead of Braum. I mean, like, I don't think there was any deck that I have ever seen that ever unironically played Bloodsworn Pledge. Definitely never seen that in my life before. I forgot that existed, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm glad they buffed this Trundle up to just lose the rest of their health. There isn't any Weapon Master Cultist, nor one in Neeko, and you can't play any Darkins. How did I do it last time? I know I did Neeko Kayn once. Hold on. Because we did think about doing, like, Neeko with all the region champs. How did I do this? I just remember, maybe it was Jax. It saw rare play as Tech and Braum decks, but that was never really good. Gotcha. Yeah, literally nothing other than Kayn. So, like, your only real plan at this point is, like, you play Kayn to, like, get Kayn in your opening mulligan, or at the very least get enough cultist units that you draw him. But you need to play 4 of them, right? So you do just need to be on, like, a shit ton of cultist cards, especially early game ones. I don't remember how I built this. I don't really want to go through a whole thing of, like, building this right now, but you can technically get a Weapon Master off of Deck Hunter, so I think that's worth keeping. You might actually want to unironically main deck Sunhawk. That's why I said it would be terrible. I don't know. Let me cook. Hold on. Let me cook. Let me cook. Okay. There should be a cultist card that, like, allows you to improvise. I don't know how that would work, but, like, a cultist card that lets you improvise would be kind of cool. I think the only thing that I liked about Neeko Kayn was Kayn's spell. You don't want Lunari cultist outside of Varus. I think I want it just because it's a 2-cost cultist card. Because again, like, the only way that we're the only way we're going to be able to, like, actually consistently draw Kayn is having good cultist units. I don't think this is, like, super good, but, like, it's not the dumbest thing I've seen, if I'll be real with you. I think I just need to find, like, a good 3-drop. It might actually be time for Hollow Nodus, or just Anara and Fruip, honestly. I kind of forgot about that card. Also, you don't want to run Zolani for free cultist. Sucks. You can't run Zolani for free cultist. Sucks. Yeah. It'd be nice if there was, like, any other weapon that cultist could give you. Even if it was, like, just one that's, like, manifest a random darken weapon or something stupid like that. Like, even that would be better than this. I'm still chuckling at Yo Mama is so fat Thanos had to clap. I mean, that's a good one. That is definitely a good one. I love that joke. Let's see. Maybe it's just Unending Wave. No, how many cultists did I put in here? If only Shadow Fiend had a keyword. Alright, I'll do one game with Neeko Kayn, just because it's topical. One singular game. Where'd it go? Why did it go here? What? Also, hold up. Wait, I'm just realizing Kayn doesn't have a skin either, does he? No, he doesn't. What the hell, right? Imagine 3 mana invoke a darkened weapon, reduce its cost by 1 would be kind of cool. I think you would either make it a 3 mana. You know, I was actually thinking about doing another set of custom cards. It's been like maybe 2 months since I did the Briar ones. And like I have sets made, like cards that I've like made. I just didn't think I had enough to make a full like 10+ minute video on. Not that I need it to be 10+ minutes, but at the very least it should be like enough substance that it's worth watching the video. So you had situational ability to choose what you need. Or maybe there should just be an equipment that is a cultist card. You know, maybe it's something that's like a cultist equipment that's like a 3 mana 0/0 cultist equipment, but then it's like predict like a cultist or a darken or something. These are not what I was hoping to see from this, by the way. I mean, it does just say multi-region follower, which all the weapon masters are. Yeah, what if there was like a darken equipment? That's actually kind of interesting to think about. It would need to be something that isn't broken in Kayn Aatrox. Yeah. There's a few cards in the set that I'm making right now that like that's been a really big consideration. I just realized I queued into ranked with this, so homie's probably like, what on earth am I looking at? What in the Sam hell is going on here?
No more Kay, I am evil Kay.
Let's toss one of these.
Great, I'm loving this.
Oh, it did give us a weapon master. Wait, PogChamp.
Tummy.
Pog? Hold? Pog? I thought it was a manifest, but I mean, here we are. Zawabi with the tier 1 41-month
I'm
resub.
slowly losing the ability to count as high as my sub streak.
It's okay, I lost the ability to do that when you hit like 15. How are you today, man? Thank you so much for the continued support. I do sincerely appreciate it.
Sometimes you're the fish, sometimes you're the bait.
Not only the 41 months of subscribing, but also just 41 months of, like, continued support of the stream. That is huge. I'm doing good, very tired. I feel that. I definitely feel that. Homie's gonna be like, oh, I could just block it with this and no big deal. Nope. Actually, you cannot do that, sir. Did she just say corn me? Or clone me? That makes way more sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I know that, like, there's been times... This is just, like, a random shout-out to Zawabi, but, like, I know there's been times on this stream where I've talked about, like, how I have a seemingly endless list of IRL friends who, like, kind of, like, shat on the idea of me streaming. Like, ones that just, like, didn't make me feel very good about it, or, like, made me feel small for wanting to try to do it. Zawabi is not one of those people. Zawabi is very much a real one, a homie, if you would. And I very much appreciate the support that has been given to me by him and our other friend BLT. Two of, like, the two people who have, like, actually really supported me in this endeavor. So, I do mean it when I say thank you. Okay, so we haven't seen Bird. Okay. And I still want to try to, like, do a fairly big board. I'm a little scared to play the Crimson Pigeon, though. I think what I do is I do this. Because I want them to spend more mana on removal, but I guess they're not going to bite.
The box bestows.
I mean, they could have another Hexite Crystal, but... I don't think she's seen Dog yet. No. But, like, they have 5 mana. I can't, like, really play around it at this point, so... We're just hoping that they don't have a board wipe spell, and... I don't think this is lethal, just because of all the cards they've played, but I think it's better than... Oh, it's exact lethal, actually. I didn't play the bird. That was the problem, but didn't matter. We got our 1 win with the Kayn deck. It works, guys, okay? You just have to trust. Clearly intentional ranked Q. Yeah. Clearly. Homie's probably mad too. Probably like, I can't believe I lost to that bullshit. No interaction draw. I know, with Sunken Temple and everything, and they didn't draw any interaction. Oh, here comes the deck that's like probably the best deck in the format right now. Jaxorn. I don't know how we win this. I think it's just like be faster, but do I need to keep Harsh Winds? Do I lose too much value if I keep Harsh Winds? Because ideally I need to keep Harsh Winds for like killing Jax basically. But also I don't think that I'm really going to be able to kill Jax. So maybe I just needed to go for my Overwhelm units. Weapon Master High Roll was just skill diff over the opponent. Yeah. No, that was it was clearly intended design. If you're in Kayn, Varus, or Aatrox, you will always get Weapon Master from that specific portal. I mean, I'll take this. I mean, they don't really have a good punish for Neeko anyway. I should probably take the cat and find a good card. I mean, none of them are awesome, but I think Fused Firebrand is probably the best. Just on the thought of the keywords and stats. I feel like they were supposed to put a Bone Club on that Overwhelm before just attacking in. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. Must be someone that just copied the deck code and hasn't seen it. Or it's some, like, big head play that I'm not seeing. I think we just tank this. Leave our board nice and wide. Just for if they try to play a Jack that's not leveled and attack in with it. Okay. The thing I fear about this second Tri-Tail is them having a Harsh Winds. Okay, well that's not Harsh Winds. Honestly, if they kill both of these, I think that's okay. Because, like, at this point, Warden of the Tribes is going to give us... Like, these aren't going to be overwhelmed, but they will be big. I think this list doesn't run Bone Club anymore. I don't remember. I haven't really played Jaxorn yet. You just gave away that the deck hunter is Neeko? Well, A, I don't think I did. And B... No, how did I give away that? First off, like, I don't think that matters, because I think they just always assume that 2-mana card is Neeko. Like, I think everyone just assumes that by default. Wait, they're at 5, and they have this thing. Which is a 5/8 Overwhelm weapon, so maybe I'm actually keeping Harsh Winds up.
It's nice. Could be nicer.
You know, it wouldn't be a weekend stream if my headset didn't go to die. We probably don't even use Harsh Winds. We probably use the Flash Freeze. Okay, now we use the Harsh Winds.
As my ancestors before me.
Ramen Shaman 69. Nice. How you doing today? Like, we're not really at Entomb. Oh, you're right. Wait. Do I have enough mana for that? You're right. Yeah, you're right. Entomb is definitely the way to go. Because this gets rid of the big-ass weapon, too. You are so right. I wasn't even thinking of that play, but you are definitely right. That is the correct line.
Not even I know what I'm cooking up. Plenty to go round. No dessert, no.
Kindle picked me. That's why Smith.
I mean, I guess we play House Spider, because then when we play Warden, we just have, like, a really big board. I mean, I guess they get a bigger deck with the Omen Hawk, I guess. I really think I need to keep the Harsh Winds up. Even if I, like, lose out on being able to play Firebrand, I don't know if they're going to play Jax. But, like, if they just do this attack, I think we do just, like, block. Block, like, one of these, and then play the Firebrand. Yeah. Block with Spider, too. No, I want to keep a full board. Like, especially if I can keep more stats on board, I'm probably replacing one of these two things. Because this thing has Fearsome, so I couldn't block with any of this stuff, and I want to keep this one. Like, I think keeping my units as tall as possible is better for what we're looking for right now. You need to overwrite anyway. Yeah, but, like, losing the 3 health, or the 3/3 when it could be an 8/8 that they can't trade into. I wonder if they realize that if they entomb... What? It doesn't even level. Homie. It doesn't even level. Okay. Sure. Sure. I don't know what that was about, but alright. I understand that they're like, oh, I'm gonna entomb the Neeko so it doesn't level, but like... Oh, man. Also, didn't it level from Dragon? No, because she's at 4 right now, isn't she?
And you know what? Also for me.
Yeah, because she's not leveled now. She's 5 out of... Yeah, she's not even leveled. And that was a cat, and she's seen cat. I think what does happen, though, is that this is not a Neeko anymore. This is actually Deck Hunter now. So that's a thing. That is a thing. I can, in fact, confirm. I didn't count. No, I mean, I have the marker thing.
Name's Ord. No further pleasantries needed.
And we will make
So it's Strike, right? An ally has struck. Okay. So we can just keep up mana for this. Could have overwritten it with Exposed Neeko. No, I couldn't have, because I didn't have enough mana, because I played Warden of the Tribes last turn. I can now, if I want, but I couldn't last turn. It should be Neeko, since it's exact copy. I don't think Entomb is exact copy, is it? I guess we'll find out. Okay. Apparently they just decided they didn't want to play the game anymore. Which is fair, but... But yeah, I don't know. Definitely a weird play. I feel like they were better off just doing double freeze. Like, they should have been counting that, like, okay, they have these on board and it's only a dragon. That means Neeko's not leveling. Because they'd be at 5, not 6. I don't know, like, Lulu Tarek makes me kind of want to keep Buried in Ice, but also, like, kind of not. I guess we'll never... I really need to test that. If, like... Does anyone want to do, like, a quick viewer game to, like, test that? Like, someone just, like, hard mulligans for Entomb or Three Sisters and Entombs the Neeko. And then, and then we see if Neeko comes back. Only exception is on summon effects like Arsenal or They Who Endure, who get doubled by those. I'm EU, I can't test with you, that's fire. I did make an You know what's actually so dumb? I'm the dumbest person on the planet sometimes. I made an EU account, or at least I thought I made an EU account. I went ahead and named it Numbers EDU and everything. Or Numbers EU. And then once I actually started queuing into games, I realized I was still on the NA server because I didn't change the region that I was creating the new account from. So now I have an NA account that's just a Smurf called Numbers EU.
Look, Lou, I made a Pix too. Hello. Aww, he's gonna be super happy.
Which one do you want to lose, friend? Do you want to lose your Lulu, or do you want to lose your 1-1? The choice is yours. Alright, probably a good choice. 5-head streamer. You get only the best from me, alright? It's my guarantee. What could you have for 1 spell mana? Like, maybe they're just thinking, but, like, is there actually something I should be worried about at 5 mana? I mean, I definitely don't have an elite. And I don't have any equipment in this deck, so I think this is probably the best we're getting. I'd play against you to test it if you want. We'll see. If this game takes too long, I do want to try to end stream close to 11, just to, like, get on a good sleep schedule. Like, if this game's over within, like, the next, like, 3 minutes or so, then yeah, definitely. I'll let you add me if you want. I'll keep that up on the screen for, like, until the opponent passes turn. Give quick attack as 1 mana? Oh yeah, that and the thing that gives elusive is 1 mana too, right? Has she seen Cat yet? No. Okay.
Get him, Pix.
Out of the way? Bro. Wasn't expecting that one. Alright, I guess we're just summoning this. It means I won't be able to play Saurian and Troll Chant next turn, but maybe I'm just not doing that anyway. I think it will entirely depend on what they summon. If they summon Tarek, then we're probably good. Man.
I'll get us to the peak, no matter what it takes.
I mean, I guess if I do this, then these units still just trade if they go to attack. So, good luck. I think you made the smart move, friend. I wonder if I should be banking mana for Buried in Ice next turn. Or if I should just be forcing trades this turn. I think forcing trades this turn is probably better. Neeko will level off of this attack.
One foot in front of the other.
I'll lead the way.
Right behind you.
Asha! Neeko is here. Big strong Neeko coming through.
This is a lovely level up animation. The nice thing is that if they don't block these Saurians, they do just lose the game. Basically on the spot. I don't know if that's enough. Yeah, you can't block there. I don't think that's legal. Interesting. They live at 1, which I don't think I can do a whole lot about. I don't know how much they can really...
No, please.
Like, one of these two is still dying if they attack in next turn. Because Tarek is nowhere close to leveling. I think he needs to see it, right? Yeah. He needs to see all of that, so... Entomb is 5, 6, 7, 8. Because of 5, but the 3 sisters tax. So I can House Spider first to see if they do anything. Just top deck a leveled Lysandra for Ice Shards Kappa. Oh yeah, of course. Dude, imagine if the Throws and Thralls had their own keyword. I'd be playing her non-stop, man. Alright, they didn't play anything super scary. Because, like... There's no good way to make this chain, I don't think. I guess you hit the Lulu. I don't think that's how you do it.
Brace yourselves. Where are you going, Pix? What are you doing? Ooh, Outflower. Nice.
Now, what do I want to... 3 sisters... Or Harsh Winds. So if I go like this, and we just trade these 2 things in... How do I Harsh Winds? I have to Harsh Winds this thing, I think, kind of guaranteed. So I guess we Harsh Winds these 2 things. So like this and this. I guess it has to be like this, yeah. Because, like, everything's dying here, and with 3 mana, they can keep, like, 1, maybe 2 things alive, depending on the cards they have. Swap Spider and Dog. I know why you're saying that, to have, like, the higher health thing, but that's probably more correct. And by probably, I mean most likely.
Go, Kayn Neeko!
Yeah, I didn't think that hard about it, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Everyone is invited to picnic.
Man, Neeko really likes picnics. You know, one thing I do want to check. I know that it's not, like, level 5 mastery, but what is my Neeko mastery? I don't even see her. Okay, here she is, 4. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I've done, like, multiple day streams of Neeko, and yet she's still not as high as Pike. Isn't that wild? That just shows how much Lurk I've played. Just multiple. Also, I don't know if Neeko gets mastery points if you play her as a disguised unit. Because if that's the case, then that could also be why she's so low. And also, if y'all are curious about what my lowest played cards are, it's literally Malphite and then Neela set. Because I ain't no meta slave. I ain't going to be playing, like, 20,000 games of Karma set or Neela Janna. Nah, I got better things to do. Alright. Anyway, Facetious Cat, if you're still here, we will try to do that testing stuff tomorrow. I think overall, there's a reason that I like the Freljord Neeko the best, and it's just because, like, the way that it plays is just so good. It just feels so good to have, like, a never-ending stream of overwhelm units that then get a big buff. I think I have way less total mastery, but I also have like 70k Aatrox and played tons before mastery dropped. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing this game for a long time before they had mastery. And I think a lot of it was on They Who Endure and Ashe Sejuani, which was like the precursor to Ashe LeBlanc. But yeah, so anyway, I hope y'all had fun on this stream today. I do very much appreciate all of you being here, everyone who came, all the subs, all the new follows. If you are new here, my links are right here. If you're watching on the YouTube side or on the YouTube VOD, the links are down in the description down below. My name is Numbers. I try to stream 4 days a week. So that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Next Saturday and Sunday, I will not be in town, so I won't be streaming, but I will stream tomorrow and Tuesday, and then I'll be streaming next Monday and Tuesday as well. So it's a little confusing. I know that I've been like pretty bad about streaming consistently. It's just because I've been doing a lot of traveling, which I hate. I'm sorry, but I don't have a portable setup to stream to you guys on the days I am out. I maybe should look into that. Maybe just like a laptop and do like some hotel streams or something just to do like something for you guys while I'm out, but you know, we'll get to that as we get there. But anyway, we're done with Neeko. No more Neeko stuff. I do appreciate all you guys who came out just for this series in general. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I might just do some random random bullshit go. But I will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. to about now, which is 11 p.m. Eastern. And I'll see you then. Have a good night. Goodbye.